All right, so this is the wax that I use, Jack's wax. All right, so it actually goes like this. So you got Ultra Cut 1, 2, and 3. Then I use this wax cleaner. So I have not used this CSI, but my buddy Brian says he uses CSI. He has not used this Q. I think his was a 3. So I am going to use this with either, I'm gonna try it first with the blue and see what it does. And then if it don't do nothing with the blue, I'm gonna drop down to the orange. I'm not gonna go crazy. So I'm gonna use this to see what happens. To see if I can get it off the glass, because the glass would be safer. And then after I do that, then I will come back and I'll use the cleaner wax. If this stuff doesn't work, then what I'll do is I'll go 2, 3 with Jack's wax, and then we'll go from there. So this is what I always use right here, Jack's wax and McGuire's on doing anything on cutting and buffing. I've never used this machine, which is not that bad. Once you got it, you got it. And I've never used these pads. So here we go, boys and girls. Let's go. Yo, 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 what's up? This is Jeremy from Judge Innovation Girls in the Peach capital of the state, baby. All right, boys and girls, it is Saturday, and just getting some stuff gathered up together. And I'm headed down here to a client's place down here to his, one of his places, gated community, to try to help him get some water spots out of the glass and off of the side of his vehicle. The story is, a little short story, is he ended up getting this vehicle, but it's set underneath a garage or carport or some kind of structure, and it was in another gated community, and they have irrigation system, and vehicle has very, very low miles. But what has happened is the water from the sprinkler system has hit one side of the vehicle, and they never drove the vehicle. So therefore you have that hard water with chlorine and all that good love on the side of the truck, or not, it's not a truck, but on the side of the vehicle, and it dried and it left hard spots or water spots. So he said that the detailer couldn't get it out, didn't know how to get it out. So he called old J-Dog and said, "You come down here and try to help me get this stuff out." So, my eyes are dry. I need some Visine. We didn't get enough. We didn't get as much rain as we wanted yesterday. We got some rain. So I getting my little stuff together right here. I do not have any clean new terry cloths. So I'm going to stop and get some on the way, and then I'm going to where this place is at. There is no service. Last time I was there was no service, no Wi-Fi, no nothing. So I was going to go live and show a little bit, but if I can go live, I will. If I can't, then you guys will just have to watch this when I post it. So I'm gonna flip the camera around. I'm gonna show you what I got. Yo, 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 what's up? This is John from Judge Innovation Girls in the Peach capital of the state, baby. All right, boys and girls. I'm gonna talk to you a little bit, and then we'll get to the videos. All right, so water spots. So this vehicle had water spots, and the water spots, trying to find a good spot where I can put this. Let's turn on some more lights. So this Escalate had water spots, and the guy said that he bought it and he got a good deal in it because it had water spots. And when I'm telling you, he said that he bought it and he had water spots, Trying to find a spot to put this thing. There we go. So he said he got this thing at a good deal. Trying to find somewhere. There we go. So he said he got this Escalate, and it's black. Oh my God, she's beautiful. So he said he had some water spots on the glass, and they couldn't get it off. Blah blah blah, whatever. So he's like, "Can you come to me?" So I loaded up this morning. Today is Saturday, July 13th. I think it's the 13th. I'm not sure. It's hot. I know that. And I go down there and I take just a little bit of stuff with me. I take some Jack's Wax, the Ultra Cut, then step 1, 2, 3. Then I took some chemical guy stuff, some cloths and stuff like that, some ceramic spray, some glass cleaner, and then I took that CSI. I think it's 68209Q. Can't even believe if that's it. I can't believe I remember that. Anyways, so I took that down there to work on. Look at her. That works out great. I took that down there. No, it don't, Jay. I took just that stuff down there. Daggone, everywhere I go, there's a daggone lot. Let's do it like this. There we go. So I take it down there to do that stuff. I didn't take no tape. I didn't take anything because I thought I was just doing the glass. Well, when I get there, it's the whole left side of the truck. And I said, man, what in the world is going on? And he said that he bought some property. He bought a property. He's in real estate. He bought some property, and the Escalade went with the property. It's a 2023, 23 or 22. I don't know. 22, 23. I don't know. It's bad to the bone. With like 7,400 miles on it. And he said that where it was setting, to my understanding, what he said was where it was setting. Let me back this thing up a little bit so you boys can see what I'm saying. There we go. So where this thing was setting at, like right this, right? And it was underneath the carport, but on the driver's side, the yard sprinkler system, and it lived in the city, so it had chemicals, chlorine, and all that lovely stuff sprayed on the side of the vehicle, and then where the sun come up, it just cooked it. So if you know anything, please tell me. He said that he tried a clay bar and he gave up, said a clay bar didn't work. I have never had any luck with anything chemical-wise to take water spots off of a vehicle or glass. If you know anything out there, let me know. I reached out to my buddy Judson at Petty Shine and asked him, and he's a whole lot smarter than I am. He's been to Rupus, Italy training school on all that paint correction stuff. And he says, the only way you're going to get it off, Jay, is to polish it. Now, I know I can wet sand glass, like go from 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 3,000, and do it with a DA, with an interface pad, and wet sand glass to get water spots out. I've done that to my personal stuff. Now, I'm not doing this to a $150,000 Escalade. So he took it to the Chevrolet place, and they told him the only way to get it out is replace the glass. And he says, there ain't no way. He said, let me call my guy. So he calls me and asks me, and I said, hey, look, I have some ideas and some tricks we can try, and if it doesn't work, no harm, no foul. It's better than what you got. And he said, come on down. So went down this morning, and when I get there, it's not just the driver's side. He wants to do the whole truck, the whole SUV. He wants to do the whole thing. This thing is a boat. Looks like a daggone spaceship on the inside. Looks like Tryon. the old movie from 1982. When you get in there and shut the doors, the lights, it's got the LED lights that run around. It's black interior with white, like a soft white or cream white stitching and rope around the interior. Full panoramic roof. He said that this one's like 700 horsepower. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. So this video is going to be long. So this is what I did. I actually took the light cut pad, which was orange or reddish orange, and I started with number 2 on Jack's wax, and number 2 wasn't doing it. And then I dropped down to number 1, and number 1 wasn't doing it. And then I dropped down to ultra cut. Ultra cut was anywhere from 1,000 to 1,200 grit. The hard ones on the driver's side, that got them out. And then I went back the other way. I went 1, 2, 3 and got them out. And I just used the Toro, T-O-R-O orbital buffer. It kind of mimics the Rufus Bigfoot. The Harbor Freight version is the same way, but it's loud. It's louder. So I didn't take no tape. So he had some tape. I thought I was just doing the front windshield, but communication is a wonderful thing. Look, I'm sweating like a daggone crazy man. So we got it all taped up. He had some 3M purple tape. We taped it up. I've done that. And then he said, hey, look, I want you to do the whole truck. The Chevrolet place where they tried to buff it, they burnt the lens on the taillight lens on the right rear, driver rear. He didn't even notice it until I showed it to him. But actually, I used the Jack's Wax, the heavy. I went heavy, 1, 2, 3, and then I topped it off with the CSI, and I got where they burnt the plastic on the taillight. So he's tickled with that. So basically, I just kept going over it. I didn't press down. I stayed away from the edges, and then we went around the edges, and we done the edges by hand. And then he says, hey, look, just do the whole truck. And I was like, what? He said, just go ahead and polish the whole truck. And I'm like, okay. So we took that piece of tape, and I run down the hood, and I done the right side and didn't do the left side. And then I peeled the tape to see the difference. And he's like, oh, my God, look at the difference. Now, this is a factory paint job. There is orange peel in it, but it's factory, okay? This is a factory Cadillac GM paint job. I did not paint this thing. I didn't do nothing but go over it with the polisher to try to take some of the road film off of it, some of the water spots out of it, got the water spots out of it, and then after all that was done, I waxed it with Meguiar's Clean Wax. After we got all that done, then I sprayed it down with Chemical Guys Hot Flow or Quick Flow, or I don't know what it's called. It's in a purple bottle. It's like a ceramic spray. Sprayed it down and then wiped it down. And where the Chevrolet place went around where the sensors was at, they had got compound around the sensors. And I told him, I said, you didn't tell me that, which he didn't know. I said, run by Dollar General and get you a pack of Q-tips and dip them in some water and just go around that and get that compound out. And he said, okay, I'll get me and my wife, we'll do that. And I said, you happy? And he said, oh yeah. So, been on here for 10 minutes. I appreciate you. Like I say, I'm going to put the rest of this in here. From here to the end, you're going to see the process where I time lapse, where I clean the back glass, or a little bit on the hood. And then I did a walk around on it, showed the interior of it. And then he pulled it out and we walked around and looked at it. And like I say, there's some filler. There's some compound around the sensors, and that's because that was from the Chevrolet place, and I didn't have the right tools to get that out, so he's going to get that out. But other than that, this thing is bad to the bone. So super good guy, super good client. All my clients are great, and it is hot. And he said, Jay, you have saved me once again. And I was like,
It could be better, but it don't look like it was. I said, if you would leave this thing with me, if you would leave it with me for like a week, I said, I can really, really clean it up. But I said, but I'd like to put a meal gauge on it to just see how much is on the vehicle, because I had a buddy the other day that went to the dealership and he took a meal gauge, a good one, a high dollar one, and he stuck it on the car in multiple places, multiple cars, and it was 1.85 meals on a brand new car on the showroom floor was 1.8 meals. Now, you know that's from bare metal to the clear. Now, 1 mil is the thickness of a cellophane pack of a cigarette pack. So if you take a cigarette pack, take the cigarettes out and squeeze the pack and pull it tight, you got the top and the bottom, you put it together, that is 2 mils thick. The paint on a brand new Cadillac was 1.82 mils, and he done multiple vehicles. So you can't get crazy on these vehicles when you're polishing them. You have to take baby steps. So I appreciate every single one of you. If you're like me, a Gen Z, Eminem just dropped a new CD, Death of Slim Shady, and I'm telling you, you boys and girls wanted him back. He's back. I appreciate you. Remember what I said, don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch where it's sweeping off anybody else's. And put God first at loose end drag. Peace, love, and chicken grease. I'm out. And hit that subscribe button.